Hello. Hi, friends. Thank you for coming in on this Saturday early afternoon. How has your day been so far? I hope you're relaxing and not doing too much chores. I've got some new stuff to go through. I've got some older stuff in the Buy It Now that have reduced rates, so please take a look at those. Feel free to make any offers on those. What's down here? Housekeeping notes for shipping. I will combine shipping. Combined shipping is on. Any refunds will be given after shipping packaging is done. I will go ahead and refund any overages that there might be. I'm trying to get a little bit better with our shipping as I'm understanding it a little bit better now. So let's go ahead and turn around and we'll get started with a few things. If you see anything in there that you want me to run or any Buy It Now listings that you want me to bring it to the camera so you can take a better look at it, please feel free to let me know. And we'll be on our way with that. All right, let me start off with some things that I have here right in front of me. And then we'll move to the shelves and then back this way as well. Let's start off with this. This is, let's see where it's at. I have several things loaded. Oh, here it is. This here, okay, I got to turn you back around. That's not what I needed. Okay. This here, let me take this out too because we don't need it for this, is your vintage enamelware. It's your floral pot. It is made by Butterfly brand on there, made in China, and that's their signature. There is chipping with the enamel, as you see in the pictures, but I think that just gives it more character. To me, that would be more of a decoration piece anyway, but let's go ahead and start that. And that is currently running. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. This is currently running. It's vintage enamelware floral pot with lid, Butterfly brand, 9-inch diameter. Thank you for looking at that. Let me squeeze that out. Put that there. Let's see what else we have here. I'm trying to see what's around me. Let's move this stage. This here is your marigold, your imperial open rose ruffled bowl, if you will. Let me see. I thought I put this size on there. Let me see what this is. This is 8-inch in diameter. I will bring this in here so you can see that better there. We'll start the auction for that, and that is currently running. I like how they have the ruffled, but there are the roses at the bottom, and then this there. All right, thank you for looking at that. That there. Let's see. Here's another amber bowl. It's your marigold, your color, your carnival. This is the wild rose pattern. And this is a little bit larger bowl. This also has the little pedestal feet on them. But the wild rose is just the rose that's more open. So we'll put that there. And that is currently running. And this is 9-inch in diameter. So that's the larger one. It's for there. A few more seconds on that. All right. Let's see what else we can pull out. This here is, where did this go? Let's see. Oh, here it is. This here is International Silver Company Merrill tray. I've always seen the silver trays, but not with the Merrill itself in it. It's 10.5 inch in diameter. It's silver plated. There's your label, made in Hong Kong. We'll go ahead and start that, and that is currently running. Silver plated Merrill tray from Hong Kong. All right, thanks for looking at that. Let's look at this. This is a vintage handbag. Remember the eel skin bags that were all, everybody went crazy for those in the late 80s, 90s. This has held up really well. So this is your blonde color. It's 7.5 by 11, so it's not the real big one. It does have your strap inside, your crossbody strap. And what I found funny is, I mean, it's very clean inside. This one here was made by Carlo Emboldi, clearly an Italian name. And then it says made in Korea. So let's go ahead and we'll run that. And that's currently running. So you can add in a blonde, genuine eel skin bag to your collection. Welcome in. All right. We'll put this aside. Let me see. Okay, I'll move this here. Let's look at this. This here, I started doing these new jewelry jars. 10 pieces. Yeah, this one's it. Is that one it? Let me see. Oh, no, the other one. That's why I put different color ribbons on them. Where did that one go? Give me just a second. I've been trying to organize my room or reorganize it. And you find yourself moving things from one place to the other. Okay, I'm going to have to find the other one. I'm sure it's right in front of me, but let me get this one. This is the ribbon that I have on. So this here is a jewelry jar, and it has 5 necklaces, 2 earrings, 2 sets of earrings, 3 bracelets, and they're all wearable. There's nothing that's broken in this. And just to give you a look at what's in there, the colors and stuff. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that, and that's currently running for $5. Those are jewelry jars, and it has 10 pieces of jewelry in there. All right, we'll put that aside. Let's look at these little measuring cups. These are cute. Where did they go? They're here. Oh, here they are. These are Tuscan Kitchen brand. And it has the rooster on the front one. There's the bottom. And there's 4. So you have the cup. That's just for my lights. There's no chips on any of these. So you have the cup, and then it has the pour spout there as well. This here is the half a cup. There's no roosters on the other ones, just the first one. A quarter cup. I like how they're all labeled. And then this here is an 1/8 of a cup. So we'll go ahead and run that as a set. And that is currently running. And I love how they have you can keep these on your counter as a decoration, because I know every time I go looking for a measuring cup, I have to go through my drawers. All right, we'll say that here. Let me put them back together. There we go. We'll move these here. Let's see. Let's do this fairy. This is a fairy, a Victorian fairy. They had it as an ornament because she has this on the back. So you can hang it or you can sit her on the shelf. She's in a burgundy, burnt orange type color. She even has eyelashes. Look at those. I don't know if you can see them there, but she's got the eyelashes and they're not painted on. We'll go ahead and run that auction. That's currently running for this red-headed fairy. Sorry. A few more seconds on that. All right, thank you for looking at that. Trying to see. Put her aside here. Let's see what's next up here. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful red pitcher, 6.5 inches tall. That is vintage Fostoria, ruby red glass pitcher. It has the dots on it. You got your eagle, and then you have the torch that's there. And it's in beautiful condition. It's a beautiful red. I actually have 6 red tumbler glasses that would match that perfectly. That is currently running. Here's one of the glasses that I have. I have 6 of those that I have listed as well. That's a Fostoria Ruby Red glass pitcher. All right, I'll hold this. Let's look at this lady. This here, of course, I love it because it's amber. I can't believe I'm going to let it go, but I don't need it. This is from the 20s, from Czechoslovakia. It's got the satin frosted glass. There's the lady. Bring her closer to it. She's holding flowers. She has 8 holes at the bottom. There is a chip here, and it's in the pictures as well. And then there's a hairline fracture here, but it's smooth on both sides and it's not going anywhere. I mean, I checked to see how hard this still is. There's nothing there, and that's why the price is a little bit lower than what they actually 20s. Satin amber frosted lady flower frog. That's like 100 years old already. It's just blows my mind. Thank you for looking at her. I'll be happy to keep her here for a while. Let's see what we can do next. That's here. Let me run this one. she's here. This is a little brass Yorkie, inch by an inch. She's got a crystal, that's the Australian crystal belly. And she is just gorgeous. We'll start the auction for that. And that is currently running. Every time I'm running this, I feel guilty because I have a Yorkie. Her name is Bella. That's where we get Bella's Treasures from. She will be appalled to know that I'm trying to sell this little thing, which I'll probably wind up keeping it. She's already like 13, 14 years old, so she's getting older. My other babies are too. It's like, to my boyfriend, I don't think I want any more animals after these. He's a veterinarian. Well, he's actually Dr. Doolittle. Because we have dogs, cats, fish, and a rabbit. Yes, we do. Let's see where this is. This here is where did I'm looking for this. This here is, I love this thing. Move that to stage. So this here is an antique. You think it's just a picture frame. And what I love about it is that it's actually a jewelry box with the dirty marrow inside that I haven't cleaned. So it's like a secret jewelry box in there. We'll go ahead and start that. That is currently running. This is the sides of it. It's all like a goldish frame. But I love how you can just have it on the desk and nobody would know, or your table. Your dresser, nobody know it was your jewelry box. All right, we'll put this aside for later as well. Let's see. Let me do this. This was it's 15 inches tall. So I'm going to have to move it back a little bit. But it's a glass blown, I'll plug y'all a minute, decanter. So you have the top on it. Got the brown. There's the handle here. Let me take this off so it won't fall. And then you see the bottom. There's your poncho. It's all hand done. And your seams and stuff that are here. But I love how it's twisted and it's got the top. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that. That has some age on it. So you can use it as a decanter or take the top off and even use it as a vase. It's one of the oldest bottles I have. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let me set you guys back up there. Let me see. Let me show y'all some of these. These are just crazy. Let me pull this out. This lady, it was like an auction that I did. She held on to these magazines. And I laughed because my daughter made me throw out all my old magazines. Look at this, silver screen. This is another Hollywood date test. It was 10 cents. This was in September. And when we look at the year inside, it is, I'm going to show it to you this way. September 1936. Yeah. Almost 90 years old. So the pages are all, I mean, she had them all in individual sleeves, but this here is Betty Davis on the front. And what I thought was strange, look at this. For 90 years ago, they were advertising women smoking cigarettes. Is that crazy? I've never heard of that brand or anything. We'll start the auction for that. That's currently running. But all the pages are like in really good condition. They talk about attending different events in Hollywood, and a lot of these actors I don't know, even though I don't know if that's George Brent, William Powell. Oh, Errol Flynn, I know his name. I remember my mom watching him. Jean Harlow, I remember that name, her mentioning that name. Joan Crawford up here at the top. That's my, it's funny how now that I'm older, I get geeky with history stuff or museum stuff. I'll put this back in the Ziploc. I also have crocheting books and pot makers. Oh, look at these. These are from 1940. These are Women's Day. I didn't even know they were around that long. Let me see this one. I'll bring this one up to stage. So this is a Women's Day. This is from February 1940. You see there at the top. And it's just crazy how, I mean, these have really stayed in good condition. I already started the auction for that. Look at Spam. Spam's been around that long. I didn't even know that. Corn muffins, angel food cake. Yeah, these are, I'm gonna have to find some place that really likes to, look, that's Mrs. Babe Ruth. Collectors that want these, because I really don't want them. Look, this is a November 39 one. I hadn't even seen this one. And look, they're only 2 cents. That one too. I have to do some more research of these. But I do have the craft books. I'll show you a couple of those there. I have a lot. I put them all together, the craft ones. So if anybody is does crocheting or teaching their daughter, granddaughters crocheting, there's a lot of 5. See, and these are Coats and Clarks are the company. And she had them still all individual wrapped. Babies, stuff, knit and crochet. You're making shirts or sweaters. Look, these are the things my grandmother used to make, these dolls. But then she had the toilet paper roll was under them. So yeah, so we have 5 of these. That's hot plates. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that. See if anybody's interested in 5 of these. Learning how to crochet or make pot holders. Those will be fun if you're trying to teach any kids. All right, thank you for looking at those. Move these over. Bring this up. This here is another amber centerpiece bowl, if you will. It is not Murano. It's, you see that it's the carnival and it's the oval shape. It was made, they said mid-century. You'll see here, it's Yalos Casa Murano, which the city Murano. I don't want to be confused. People saying that was from, selling Murano glass. But we'll run that. That's currently running. It's 7 inches by 12 inches, and then it's 5 inches tall. But that would make a beautiful centerpiece bowl or a coffee table or console table, if people even have those anymore. All right, thank you for looking at that. Sorry about that. I don't know where y'all went. Let's see what we ran those. Oh, let me show. I'm gonna have to get up and show y'all this. I'll just wait a minute on that one. See if we're ready to move over. Let me run this, see if anybody's interested in this. This is your antique brass gold color. It's metal. You got filigree. You got your finial at top. This was to cover shampoo bottles or hairspray bottles. It's in that Hollywood Regent decor. That was very fancy. This is the bottom. You just slid the bottles there. See, that was running for $33 back in the day. I love that. I may have to find something else to do with that. I'm keeping the silver one because last night I had a look. I'm going to put the silver one, since it has the holes in it, I'm going to use it to hang the earrings that I'm selling on. I had that bright idea. Okay, this here is a empty perfume canister that you reuse. You take this off. This comes off. See, it comes off. You slide in your perfume bottles in there. You slide this back on. I should leave it out because it's easier for me. And then here's the top. I mean, it's got everything with it. And we'll run that. That is currently running. It's vintage Caron Le Moujou Etoilette. But there's nothing in there. This is just a canister. A gold Derringer canister. Thank you for looking at that. All right, let's see what else I have here. Let me show you these red glasses. There's a set of 6. They're in great condition, and they're a nice, it's a nice red too, and it's a nice weight. These are the honeycomb design on there. They're a set of 6, and they are 5.5 inches tall. They could be water glasses, iced tea, beer mugs. Let's go ahead and start that. Those are currently running. And that would like really match with that picture. I have some purple glasses too. That were nice. They've got the circle design on those. But I was going to put those in my booth. I just haven't taken them over there yet. But I wanted to show you guys and have you guys have a chance first to get them because they look really nice. All right, let's do these chicken cups. These are cute. I have a set of 3 of these. These are from 2013. You got your little rooster. They all have, I mean, I've seen no chips or cracks on any of these. These are B&W, Boston Warehouse Trading Company. So you have 3 coffee cups. We'll go ahead and run that, see if anybody's interested in those. And then we'll walk over to the shelves and run some stuff there. I want to show you this luggage thing that I have. All right. Thank you for looking at those. Let me get this. Give me a second so I won't get dizzy. All right. We have that there. Let me bring this down. I want y'all to be able to see me. I want to show y'all this. Look at this. It's the round luggage. It's not the one that has the, let me pull it up. Remember, my mom used to have one that was a hair dryer that looked like about the size of this. And then it was like that plastic thing you put over your head. Oh my gosh, the things we used to do. Where did it go? Here it is. I moved that to stage so I can take a look. It's 15 inches in diameter. It's in great condition. And it's that smoky blue color. The handle is perfect. The bottom. I mean, the zipper works good. It's clean in the inside. I don't know if these were, I don't remember if the hat boxes were like these, but these were more of the suitcases. The pouch is all still real good condition. Look at that inside there. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that, and that's currently running. I don't know if this was American Tourist or I think that was the older one. Let me go ahead and close the, here it goes. Close the top, but that's currently running. I guess you could use it for a hat box when traveling, but I thought that was kind of neat. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those. All right, let me show you. Let's see what we've got here. Move that to stage. This here is redware. It's from Wisconsin Pottery. I lowered the price on this. It's a deer. Thought it was a rabbit. Somebody had to correct me. But it's on the back of it, it's from 2002. It says February 28, 2002. And here's the back. Here's Wisconsin Pottery. And here you'll see where it's inscribed. It says, count your blessings each and every day. But that's Redwood Pottery. We'll go ahead and start that. That's currently running. I still think it looks like a rabbit. That's 6.5 inch in diameter on that. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let me see. Let me do this. This I love. I gotta move this stuff so I can get to it. It's this pie plate. Do that there. This here, this was strawberries, is signed in 1985. So that is 40 years old. I love how it had all the crimped edges on it. Let me see how. I don't remember if I put a size in there. Let's see. This here is it's 11 inch in diameter for this. And then the back here, you see there's got the initials BR and 85. We'll go ahead and start the auction for that. And that is currently running. For a pie plate, you vote rabbit. I think so too. I can't remember who told me it was a deer. I'm like, oh, I hadn't thought of that. I think it looks like a rabbit. All right. Thanks for looking at that. Let's see. You know, I can't find some of my things that I see here, but then I don't have the listings for them. I don't know what happened to those. Let me pull up. I'll do these. These are salt and pepper shakers. I think these are just beautiful. They're porcelain. You've got the egg shape that's on the gilded feet. And then you got this one. You got the bluish purple. And that's a bluish one. I think those are irises. This screws off and then has the cork at the bottom there. And we'll run those. Those are currently running. These are pretty, especially now for spring and summer. Well, I know it's still spring in some places. We're definitely in summer here in Florida because it is hot, hot, hot. And we've been getting the rain every day, and the you know, that stuff is we're actually in hurricane season. What did I do with that? Luckily nothing has started yet, but move that to stage. This here is a Ken Edwards pottery. It's their salsa dish. Double salsa dish. It's signed Mexico Ken Edwards at the bottom. And we will run that. Here, it's nice that you can hold it. It's all his artwork there. Got birds on it, flowers, vintage tonella. Let's see, we're going to move this over. Got to move those little birds. All right, let's do his. This is also by him. It's the tray that goes with that. All right. Where did it go? Here it is. So this is the tray that he had with that. There's Mexico Ken Edwards signature. 6.5, I think, by 9 or 8. We'll go ahead and run that, and that's currently running. And there's no flaws with this at all. So it's your Mexican folk art tonella. At the sides. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's see. I do have, let me see where's, let's go ahead and do this. Since we're right here, here's the hand-painted chicken artwork. It's 11.5 by 14. I'll turn you around. That wall plaque. We'll go ahead and start the auction on that. That is all hand-painted. You got the little hen with the egg and the pot, the strawberries. It says an egg a day. Okay, no, it says an egg a day the hen must lay to keep the stew pots far away. Do I have any teacups? Yes, I do. Let me pull out what I have of those. I do have a couple of them. Let me see if they're in my, I may have them in my buy it now. So let me see. Yes, I have one that's listed in the buy it now. That is, where did I move it to? Oh, here it is. So this one here is just one set for this one. I'm just moving this one to stage so you can see it. So I have this one. It does have February on it there. It So this is your Victorian Training Company. I have that one. I also have, let's see where they go. I have a set of 4 here. These are pretty. I'm just going to bring up 1 cup and 1 saucer. These here are Nortaki. I have these. I have a set of 4 of these. Those are bone china from Japan. Here's the saucer. I think those are listed in my buy it now. It's not. If you want me to, I can start the 4 of these at $24 for the set of 4. If you want me to run that for you, just let me know. It's a beautiful blue and teal color on those. And then I have another set here. I only have 2 of these. And these here are Williamsburg. Oh, no, these are actually, it's Williamsburg Potpourri is the pattern, but it's Wedgwood. I have 2 of these. So just let me know what you want to do with those if you're interested in those. Let's see what's next. We can do, this here is Milk Glass Westmoreland. It does glow. It's 6.5 inches tall. I love how it has the panels. And then you have the ruffled edge on that. The great pattern. There's a W there somewhere if you can see that. We'll go ahead and start that, and that is currently running. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's see here. Where is that aluminum thing at? I'm like, you can't be that far away. That's strange. Oh my gosh, it's right here. It's right there. I knew I saw it. Okay, so this is your hand embossed metal tin. This moon piece is ceramic. It's a clay moon. It's 8 inch in diameter. These are the sides. It's the bottom. We'll start the auction for that. And here's that's where the medallion, the moon sits in, and that's in the inside. And that's currently running. Let's see that here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's do the giraffe. Gia the giraffe. It's 11 by 11. This is by Anthropologie. This is a great price for this. We'll go ahead and start that. It's 11 by 11 metal. And that is currently running. You can plant your succulents in there or use it as a candy dish. All right, I'll keep Gia here a little bit longer. All right, let's do this here is one of the these are the hand painted porcelain bisque. This is a bluebird. On this one's 2.5 inches tall. That is currently running. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Let's run the brown one because I can't run one and not the other. Here's the brown one. And we'll start that one. Like all the flowers that are hand painted on that. Has the felt at the bottom, and they are the bisque porcelain. All right. Let's run this for $1. See if anybody's interested in this. This is one of those etched paperweights. It has seals. There are 2 seals inside with the beach ball. I don't know how you can see that. We'll start that for $1 for anybody interested in that. See the etched seals in the inside of that. All right. Nobody wanted that. Keep that there. Let's see. Let's do these. These here are brand new. They are from Buc-ee's. They are their tumbler set. It's a set of 5. These change colors. You get the straws and you also have the lid. So we'll go ahead and start that. And that's currently running for the Buc-ee's color changing tumblers. Set of 5 with straws and lids. And those are the colors that it changed into. All right. Keep that there. Here's this. This here is 1998 Campbell Soup Bowl. From 1998. It's in great condition. What does that say? Yeah, 1998 trademark Campbell Soup. Produced for who is that? Houston Harvest is what that was produced for. All right. Let's see. Let me move that to stage. We'll do this miscellaneous item. You got your Cookie Monster. It has a Sesame Street tag on it. Trying to see if it has the year. Oh, this is a 2018. But we'll start that for $3 for anybody who's interested in the Cookie Monster. It's in great condition. You got the tag there. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Let's see. Let me show this. This here is an original artwork. Let me turn you around because I actually have it hanging on my walls. That's there. It's 12 by 15. It's an oil painting signed by Burns. There's the signature. We'll go ahead and start that, and that's currently running. Okay, a few more seconds on that one. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let me go here. Draw back up here. And we'll see. Let's do that. Here is your Rooster planter, 9.5 inches tall, 8 inches wide. This could be a planter, or you could put your kitchen utensils in there, cooking utensils. And that is currently running. You got your yellows, orange and red flowers. This is like a darker teal here. Bottom. All right. Thank you for looking at that. Let's see. These here are Fitz and Floyd tulip candlestick holders. Those are currently running. The bottom there, they have the FF. These are made in Japan. There is a chip. Let's see, not this one. It was there, but it's just on one leaf. There. All right, we have, let me do this one. This here's another glass blown purple glass vase. I love this one. I love how it has the pinches that they do for the decoration. That's currently running. It's 12 inches tall. It's got the pinch design. You see the amber art glass color. There's the pontil there. Let's see what else we've got. Here's another purple. This is a purple vase. 10 inches tall. It's like a stretch vase, bud vase. It's got the elephant foot. And that one is currently running. It's a pretty, like, understated vase. All right, keep that here. Here's a creamer. This is made in Japan. It's got blue and orange flowers, hand painted. It's in great condition. And that is currently running. A few more seconds on this one. All right, thanks for looking at that. Let's go back to the table. Let me see what's, I have a couple of things there that I can do before we go and raid somebody else. Let me see here. All right, let's see what we can find here. Let me take out these cups that are there. All right, let me put this back down here. Let's go ahead and run. Let me run these. These are little ninjas. I know these were like real popular back in the day, but I just have these for $1 start. There's 4. You got green, yellow, and then 2 black ones. One is crouched and one is standing. So we'll start those. Or anybody's interested in those. Well, I ran that for a long time. Sorry. Thanks for looking at those. Let me do, where is that? Restart. Where did it go? Let's go ahead and run this. This here is, let me see what I have here. This here is the Thai Beanie Babies. You got your M&M, your red M&M. We'll start the auction for that, and that's currently running. Red from 2008. And that's in great condition. There's not any damage on that. All right. This aside, I have here. Let's rerun this. Let me take this out of here. This here is a Batman box. Here's the lid. It has like a bag inside, a drawstring bag, and then it has these little earphones. We'll go ahead and run that for $3 for anybody who's interested in that. Earphones, got a drawstring bag, the tag's still on it, and then a box. All right. Set that aside. Let's see what else we have here. This here is vintage newlywed game. Chuck Barris production. And here's all your stuff. We'll go ahead and start that. And that's currently running. Whoever wants to play the newlywed game. A few more seconds. All right. Let's save that. This here is, I'll just restart that. These here are Tattoo Tarot cards, Ink and Intuition. The box alone is pretty on this one. It has your instruction manual, and then you have your cards. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but they're all in great condition. We'll go ahead and start that if anybody's interested in this. A few more seconds on that. I think I'll put these on eBay. You'll probably get a larger audience for that kind of stuff. Okay, so we'll just restart this. This here is the Beanie Baby from the Buccaneers and Raiders Super Bowl, January 26, 2003. I thought that was running. Let's see, where did it go? I'm starting to get glitches on here. Let's see. All right, this is currently running. Or anybody's interested in this. Buccaneers and Raiders. All right, thanks for looking at that. All right, I think that's about it, guys. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I'll be back on Monday. Thank you for your purchases and buy it now options. Let's see if there's anybody for us to rate to. Thank you. Hope you have a wonderful weekend.